What's up, you guys? Coasters are Beasto9 back. I told you I'd do a review tonight of a movie. I'm going to not any of my Halloween movies because, like I said, I'm at a buddy's house. I don't have my Halloween movies with me. Um, but I'm gonna review a movie I watched for the first time a night or two ago, and I loved it. Um, Hands down, one of the best movies of the year, in my opinion. That movie is The Amazing Spider-Man, the 2012 reboot, rehash rendition of the Spider-Man movies, the Spider-Man story. I thought it was awesome, um, but we'll get to my opinion in a second. Um, yeah, the storyline basically follows Peter Parker, obviously, who in this one is played by Andrew Garfield, because it's a reboot. No more Tobey Maguire, thank God. Um, and he's like an outcast at school, doesn't really fit in. When he's a kid, his parents leave for whatever reason, and then they die, and he later on, um, in present time, he finds a briefcase of his dad's with like a decay rate, equation for like cross species genetics in there, and he like reads all about what his dad was doing before he died, like what he didn't get to finish. And he goes to Oscorp, and he speaks to Dr. Kirk Connors about it and gives him the equation. They test it. Um, Kirk Connors has promised to, figure the cross species genetic thing out and help Norman Osborn with it. But Norman Osborn, yeah, sorry, rolling off the tongue weird. Norman Osborn says he needs it now, so Kirk Connors tests it on himself, and it goes downhill from there. He turns into the Lizard, the villain in this movie, which is an awesome villain, by the way, and very, very good special effects. Um, and Peter, obviously, he got bit by the spider earlier in the movie. We know he gets bit by the spider. Um, he he's got to save the city, basically, but it's really cool because it's not all about him in this movie. We have smaller characters that play roles as well, and they play like hero roles. Like Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone, I thought she was a great choice for you know Gwen Stacy character. I thought she portrayed it great. Um, I'm so glad that Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst had nothing to do with this movie. Um, I I really hated. Um, I don't know. I didn't hate. Well, I loved the Spider-Man movies. I did. I loved them all. I thought that Spider-Man was good. The first Spider-Man was kind of like so-so for me. I thought Spider-Man 2 was really good. And unlike some other people, I thought Spider-Man 3 was awesome. So I thought the films got better as they went on. In Spider-Man 3, yeah, I know it was really confusing and had a lot of stories, and maybe it was a bit too much, but it had the most action and the best villains for sure. Although Doc Ock, I don't know, in Spider-Man 2, he was a pretty damn good villain. But I thought the Spider-Man movies got better as they went on, and I think that trend continues here. I think that the Amazing Spider-Man, the fourth Spider-Man movie, but it's a reboot again and not a sequel to Spider-Man 3. I think that this is the best one of the four. Tobey Maguire to me didn't really seem like the right choice for Spider-Man. He was just kind of nerdy and I don't know. When you think of a superhero, you don't always think of somebody like big and bulky or anything, but you don't think of somebody that's just a complete, I don't know, not really, just you don't think of Tobey Maguire. Let's say that. Andrew Garfield really played the outcast role well. I thought yeah, this movie was funny. We definitely got to see the more comic booky side of the Spider-Man character, making the jokes, and he was whimsical. Um, Another thing I really liked was the web didn't come out of his wrist in this one. He built the mechanism with the web string, which was more realistic, obviously, because that's how it is in the Spider-Man comics, and it made sense. I thought the movie was really plausible. I thought that everything that happened in the movie is believable. Um, I think that because cross species genetics, yes, it is believable. I'd love to argue it with somebody, but yeah, I thought it was a really plausible movie, and it was, I don't know, it was action packed. It had a really good story too. I think this is what the first Spider-Man should have been. I was never a fan of the Green Goblin as a villain, never. He's just a man in a suit. Uh, I don't know. There was nothing special about him for me. Um, Spider-Man, people who say he's a man in a suit. No, he's not. He actually has abilities because of being bit by the spider. The Green Goblin was just um, a dude who had technology, basically. Um, but yeah, Andrew Garfield, definitely the best option for Spider-Man. Definitely better than Tobey Maguire. This movie is really action-packed. It has a great story, like some of the other Spider-Man movies missed at points. Emma Stone was great for Gwen Stacy. She wasn't annoying, and she definitely wasn't overboard like Kirsten Dunst was. Don't even get me started on her. Mark Webb did a great job directing. This was his first Hollywood movie, really, he directed. 500 Days of Summer he directed, but it wasn't really, like this. This is a huge scale movie. And that was more like Sundance Film Festival kind of thing. He did a great job at this. Yeah, I just really feel like the Spider-Man, franchise is really going in a good direction. I think all fans of the Spider-Man franchise can, relax and take a deep breath, because some people didn't like Spider-Man 3, and they heard that there was a reboot, and they were like, oh my gosh, we're done for. But the reboot's awesome. The Amazing Spider-Man is what the first Spider-Man should have been. Yeah. Oh, and like I said, the villain, the Lizard, is great. I think he's an awesome villain, and I think that let me find him. Well, you know, um, the guy who plays Kurt Connors, Rise and Fonz. I think that's his name. That's how it's spelled. I don't think that's how you pronounce it though. Um, I thought he was great as Kurt Connors. But yeah, the movie's really believable. It's action packed. Um, it's just good. The acting's really good. The story is really good. The movie pans out at a very nice pace. The action is there when needed, and when it is there, it's awesome. I thought the ending of the movie was amazing too. I'm really excited for the sequel. It comes out next year. We got a lot of, well, it comes out in 2014, but it's almost next year. We got a lot of good movies coming out in the next couple years, especially superhero movies like Iron Man 3. It's going to be awesome. Transformers 4. That's going to be awesome. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's going to be awesome. We got that in the next year and a half. All those movies will be out by June 2014. So, really excited for all that. But, yeah. The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm gonna give 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, in my opinion, it's the best Spider-Man movie. It was just great. It was just really great. It's right up there with The Dark Knight Rises as the best movies of 2012. So yeah, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope you liked my thoughts on Spider-Man, and I'll be back with another video.